one of the things that I also think is really, really fair is that, which people have spoken much more eloquently than I, but anger is a tool, and anger is also communication. And it is okay to be angry when you have something to be angry about, right? Like,
Yes.
you don't always, when, especially like, I'm a woman, I feel some oppression. Like, we're not going to get into the oppression Olympics, but there are some folks out there who are angry and legitimately angry and probably tried being nice first. They probably tried being productive first, and now they're just pissed off. Like, that is totally valid, right? Like, it is
Yep.
valid to be angry when you have something to be angry about. Um, and I've also found, like, and this is one of the reasons why I talk so much about organizational culture in Bad Job Bingo, on my websites and in various writings that I have done, is because, like, in almost all places where I've worked, when change has needed to occur, when conflict has come into play, everybody who's operating in good faith, everybody who is operating in good faith tried the regular channels first, like the channels that were endorsed. Like, you go to your boss, they go to their boss. Like, you post in Slack, you stay in a thread, like, you send an email, you keep it private, like, you message somebody, like, you do all that first, right? Like, you do that stuff first, and that doesn't work, right? It's supposed to work, but it doesn't work. And when you're a job candidate, right? Like, you message people on LinkedIn, you put in your job application, you go through the job interview process, and you're operating in good faith, right? But that doesn't mean the people on the other side are operating in good faith. And you have very little power as a worker, or, as an employee, I should say, or as a job candidate, to do anything about that, right? And so, you know, then once you go through all the endorsed channels, like the official channels, then that's when things start to leak out and people start to get frustrated. And that frustration, you try to keep it productive, but maybe it's not productive. Maybe it just turns into conflict, right? But it happens because people are not being heard, and it happens because the system is not changing through the endorsed avenues of change, right?